Cars Channel News and Review Car.
(2017) Acura TLX, driven. The Acura TLX competes in a rather strong segment with players like the Audi A4, BMW 3 Series, and Mercedes-Benz C-Class, not to mention relative newcomers like the Jaguars and Alfa Romeo Giulia. Needless to say, Acura has its work cut out. Curious to see how the TLX performs on familiar streets, I recently spent a week with a 2017 model fitted with the optional 3.5-liter V6 and SHAWD. This would technically be Acura's hottest performing TLX. So how'd it do? Well, I'll get to that. But first, some backstory. The TLX hit the scene for the 2015 model year. It was designed to replace the compact TSX and slightly larger TL sedans. Acura essentially reorganized its sedan lineup, which now includes the compact, Civic-based TLX, the midsize TLX, and the RLX luxury flagship. Not much has changed for the 2017 model year beyond a slight price increase. This means the car carries over with its standard 2.4-liter 4-cylinder, 8-speed dual-clutch automatic, and front-wheel drive. Different option packages bring high-tech bits like active safety features and upgraded leather seats to go the NELS stereo system. My tester, which came fully kitted out with the V6, AWD, the technology package and advanced package, represented the cream of the TLX crop. Its $45,740 price tag actually sits mid-pack in relation to its competition, with the Audi and Alfa Romeo coming in slightly lower, while the Mercedes and BMW can be optioned to cost more than $5,000 more than the my-loaded TLX tester. What's that mean for Acura? The TLX represents a relative bargain. And, thanks to its 290 horsepower engine and torque vectoring AWD system with rear-wheel steering, the Acura provides plenty of fun when driven hard, with a sure-footed grip when tooling around town. There's more to the Acura TLX, so keep reading for the full driven review. Acura might be best remembered for its peaked grille, that large, hideous fake chrome thing that plagued the front of Honda's luxury brand for far too long. Thankfully Acura ditched the big beak for a smaller, slightly more tasteful one on the TLX. Better yet, Acura is moving completely away from the beak in its recently refreshed vehicles, like the 2017 MDX I tested. I bet the TLX isn't far from its mid-cycle refresh with a similar 6-sided grille found on the 3-row crossover. Beak aside, the 2017 TLX doesn't look bad. I can't say it's a completely memorable sedan, either. Its soft body lines seem almost lackadaisical in their attempt to shape the sheet metal into something sporty. All of Acura's competitors have a more defined body. It certainly makes me miss the wedge-shaped body lines of the third-generation TL, the one from 2004 through 2008 with that distinctive character line that ran from the side marker light through the door handles and into the rear marker light. Now that's an Acura that screams sport. Times have changed though, and the Acura TL/TSX has grown up into the TLX. It now looks more reserved and refined, with a decidedly more luxury-minded appeal. Don't get me wrong, the car does have some interesting exterior features, including the dual LED headlights with LED daytime running lights, a subtle body line that runs below the door handles, and the interesting and detailed taillights. I also appreciate how the shape of the grille is mirrored elsewhere in the car, namely in the slight V shape of the rear bumper and trunk lid. The car rides on 18-inch alloy wheels with machine-faced fronts and painted pockets. They are wrapped in Bridgestone rubber sized in 225/50 series all-season tires designed more for ride comfort and low noise than high levels of lateral grip. Other touches of bright work help dress up the TLX, including the chrome trim around the side windows, around the lower reflectors in the rear bumper, just above the fog lights on the front fascia, and of course, the main grille. All told, The 2017 TLX resides on the subtle side of the sports sedan spectrum. That actually matches its driving dynamics, which can be categorized as average yet peppy. But more on that later. The midsize luxury sedan segment is brimming with rivals that hail from around the world. Perhaps one of the leading ladies is the new 2017 Audi A4. This sports sedan definitely makes good on its sporting promise, thanks to its robust powertrain, Quattro AWD, cutting-edge interior, and handsomely stoic exterior. The A4 continues Audi's trend of reserved yet sharp styling. That new six-sided grille is large and proudly displays the four interconnected rings of the Auto Union AG. Crisp LED-encrusted headlights are on par with the TLX's, yet have that Audi style. A sporty lower fascia up front helps set the stage for the A4's athletic ride. The crisp lines continue out back, with LED taillights following the body lines set forth in the sheet metal. The A4's side profile isn't the most exciting angle, but even still, the car quietly screams Audi. Also hailing from Germany, BMW's 3 Series is a perpetual stalwart in the midsize luxury sports sedan segment. It continues to be the omnipresent option for millions around the globe, including here in the US. The 3 Series wears its BMW heritage proudly, sporting that kidney grille and quad headlights. Like the Audi, BMW's current design is an evolution from its design a decade ago. While the Acura has been trying to find itself like a freshman humanities major at a major four-year university, the Audi and BMW are carrying on their family tradition. Admittedly, however, the BMW i's looking a bit long in the tooth. A refresh for BMW's venerable 3 Series should be arriving by the end of the decade. The TLX's interior is a nice place to spend time. The leather seats are impressively comfortable, and thanks to the 10-way power driver's seat, a comfortable driving position is easily achieved. Much credit is also given to the tilting and telescoping steering wheel. Rear seat comfort is also good, even when sitting behind myself. A folding center armrest and padded door panels keep elbows happy, which is also true for the front row. Headroom isn't bad for anyone under 6 foot, 5 inches, and getting in and out of the TLX is easy, regardless of what seat. Trunk space is average for this class. Acura was also nice enough to hide the trunk hinges to save luggage from getting squashed. Small storage bins reside under the trunk floor, perfect for ice scrapers, jumper cables, or the like. I appreciated Acura's interior design here, especially with the combination of satin chrome, wood, dark leather, and a padded dash. It looks upscale without being too flashy. I also greatly enjoyed the electronic, push-button shifter. Each button is a different shape, making the shifter easy to use without looking down. Large cup holders keep drinks in place, and small storage cubbies reside in all the usual places. The TLX does have a unique 2-tier storage tray just ahead of the shifter and cup holders. It would be perfect for coins or a thin wallet. The tray slides forward to reveal a deeper storage cubby with a 12-volt socket and USB charging port. Of course, there were things I didn't overly love. Acura's current 2-screen infotainment system is one of them. It looks interesting, but adds more complexity than functionality, with the top screen serving mainly as a constant display for maps or radio information. The top screen does serve other functions, including displaying vehicle settings. This non-touch sensitive screen is controlled by the large knob and small buttons below the lower display. That lower display is touch sensitive and holds more commonly used features like radio presets, some VAC settings, and seat heat and ventilation controls. The screen has a busy and cluttered interface upon first impression, but is easily learned after some experimentation. I found myself most frustrated with the lack of a direct tune feature for the radio, along with the digital controls for VAC fan speed. Acura gives the driver a handsome set of analog gauges. They include tachometer, speedometer, coolant temperature, and fuel level. A small digital readout for mileage and trip information, as well as the current gear, is a constant fixture at the bottom of the small LCD screen. The top section allows for different vehicle information points, like tire pressure, fuel economy, miles to empty, and a compass. While the cluster looks good, it is starting to show its age in these days of fully configurable TFT displays. Steering wheel controls are smartly placed and control the most essential features, including radio volume, the driver information center, and Acura's active safety systems. All around, the interior of the TLX is inviting, comfortable, and upscale, but the odd infotainment system can be difficult to operate and hard to learn. It also lacks Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, like Honda and Acura's latest infotainment systems.